We are. Can you guys see us? I can't tell. Okay, so guys, you guys know this is new. Oh, yes, we see them. Where's the remote? Okay. Yeah, okay, so you guys are here. So this is our first time going live like this. I was going to play you guys our little thing. Oh, don't even worry about it. I was going to play you guys our little theme. Hi, guys. So you guys got to talk back. I'm going to pull up here. Give us all a minute to get our jam on. So tell me how you guys are doing in the chat. How y'all doing? Talk back to me. Y'all good? I see y'all saying hello. How y'all doing out there? This is cool. I never did this one before. So let's start this joker off right. And let's do this right here. Oh, you guys know this is... Hi, Tanya. You guys know this is Bentley. Bentley, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Bentley.
Yeah. Don't do that.
No.
Tell the people where you're from.
I'm from here in Orlando. Forgive me, y'all, because I don't do well with live videos. I need scripted things. But because I love my sister, I went ahead and agreed.
Amen.
This. So, those of you who know me, good to see you again. Those who don't, I'm Bentley.
So let's do this right. Y'all ready?
It's Sunday's world that you can't see. It's all about you, know you see me. We are one. We're the sons. The two's been wait till here we come. We are one. We're here to draw the souls who we are. We are one. And you can join in, or you can join. We are one. We are one.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to RJ's World. This would technically be a story time Saturday, but we're still going to do a story time Saturday. We're going to just do it a little bit different. So the way we're doing our story time Saturday is, if you guys have already seen the thumbnail, then you know that this is actually a movie review. So tell me something in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Have you seen? This is a live viewing and review of the movie. Yes, Afro Cow. Right? So tell me, has anyone seen? Let me know if you've seen the movie Favorite Son with Johnathan McReynolds in it. Let me know. You can put yes or no in the chat. Have you seen the movie with Johnathan McReynolds? Favorite Son with Johnathan McReynolds? You know, you could do it.
Well, I didn't think a little bit.
Oh, right? You guys let me know in the chat. Have you seen it? Because we watched. No. Okay, no. Okay, cool. So we actually watched Favorite Son with Johnathan McReynolds. And first, I will say that at first, you know, when you watch the trailer, you kind of already... I'll let you know when the spoilers are coming. And there probably will be some spoilers for sure. It's a review. So we watched the movie. And if you haven't seen it, you have to watch it on BET Plus. So that's the way that you have to go see it. And we watched the movie. The movie starts off with a dad and a son. Obviously, they are at... Well, I won't tell you where they are so that there won't be any spoiler alerts. So they are at a specific place, and while they're there, it lets you know that the dad is that the son, which is Johnathan McReynolds, Johnathan is Camden. Yes, and then the brother is Blaine.
Yes.
Blaine. So Johnathan is Camden, and the brother is Blaine. So when it starts off, I'm gonna just tell y'all. I'm sorry, spoiler alert. So when it starts off, they are at a funeral. and Johnathan is upset, you know, and his mother is begging him to speak at the funeral. So you kind of already know, if you've watched the trailer, you kind of already know where it is. I will say, for me, you say your part, but I will say for me, I don't know if it was really twists or turns. Do you think?
No.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty much obvious. Like,
right.
I'm not going to say the plot was completely predictable, but there was nothing that was like really, really, it was mysterious.
Right.
Like, you know, you kind of knew already what was going to happen. For the most part, I think there was some things that we guessed. We were trying to figure out. Yeah, I totally thought something was going to happen that absolutely did not happen. But we'll talk about Johnathan. How do you think he did as an actor?
I actually think he did pretty good, because a lot of times, I guess, in that industry, you have people that if they are a singer, acting might not necessarily also be up there on their repertoire. Like if they're more one-sided for one thing. But he did pretty good. I was impressed. He did pretty good. I thought he did pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he did good too. He was, so it's predictable in the sense of, okay, so like when they're upset, you already know why they're upset. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, there are a few things that are like, oh, you know, there are a few moments like that. But when it's like predictable, like you've seen the story before a little bit. You know what I mean? So there is one. Should we spoil it with what happened between Blaine and Johnathan? Are y'all gonna go watch the movie?
Well,
that's the question. Right. Are y'all actually gonna sign up and go watch the movie? If you go watch the movie, I won't spoil it too bad for you.
But even if we do spoil it and you go watch it, I think it'll still be good to watch. I think you'll still enjoy it, even if you know a little bit of the story and the plot in it.
Yeah, so you think we should go on and spoil it. Okay, so Bentley made an executive decision, and we're going to go ahead and spoil it for you. So spoiler alerts all over this. So if you're not ready, then no, you might want to click off. So here's how it goes. Basically, they're at the funeral. It starts off where they're at the funeral. I felt like Johnathan did a pretty good I felt like Johnathan did a pretty good job as an actor. I didn't think he did too bad, you know, and he's really cool. Like, I don't know him personally, but like if you follow him on Instagram or whatever, he was basically talking about how he feels like he's Denzel and, you know, really making jokes or whatever. I felt like he did very well as a producer. He even dropped a few tears that didn't look too contrived. Right. So we give... Yeah, yes. Okay. Thank you, Cal. So we give him applause. He dropped a few tears. You know, he was in the movie, which this was good. I think you guys would like that. He played the save guy. He played the one that wasn't out drinking. He played the brother that was the good brother. So it was two brothers, and the dad was a pastor, and the brother that sang was not Johnathan, right? So it was two brothers. Johnathan was the one that wrote and he did the music. And then he had a brother who sang, who seems to be the one that actually is the favorite, right? Blaine was definitely the favorite. And so the dad was a pastor of a nice sized church. So they're sitting at a dinner table, or before it starts, they're in, and this is in the trailer. So you guys see this part in the trailer. I don't know if you guys know Anthony Evans, but he's in the movie, and he's like this producer and Mr. Music at another church and all of this. So in the trailer, you see him introduce them at the church. So when the brother Blaine they have a group called So Gifted. That's the brother Blaine, that's Johnathan McReynolds, and a couple of other people that are in the group. They sing, and at the end of service, they realize this big time producer is in the audience. And so obviously the big time producer walks up. He's like, you know, he goes to shake everyone's hand. You guys are so great. You know, reach out to me, you know, if you're going to be doing music and all of that. So he does all of that. And the dad gets upset. Right. So he tries to give Johnathan his card, and he snatches the card. He was like, yeah, we'll let you know. So Johnathan is talking to, at this time, his girlfriend, who is pressuring him to get married. Now, okay, Okay, remind me to ask a question.
Okay.
So who's pressuring him to get married, that she wants to get married? So, they get back to Jonathan's apartment, and she's just like, I want to get married, because first she's like trying to kiss him and everything. And he was like, I thought you said we were going to wait. So then while they're waiting, she's upset. Like, she was like, yeah, we're going to wait, but how long are we going to wait? And then she talks about how his mom's taking her dress shopping and all of these other things because he's trying to be pressured. Well, they get to a dinner table, and the dad tells Camden and Blaine, my bad. So the dad tells Camden and Blaine that, the mom says, we're so glad that the sons are following their paths. But this is why she says it, because the dad makes a surprise announcement and says that he's going to
pastor at his church.
Yeah, he's going to open up another church in Houston, and he's going to send Blaine to go pastor it. Now, what you need to know about Blaine is a womanizer. Blaine is sleeping with everybody, but you find out that that apple does not fall too far from the tree. So the dad actually comes in after the producer meets, very upset with Camden, and Camden realizes there is lipstick on his collar. So when the mom sees him the next day, she tells everyone that he had to work late at the church. But Camden knows he wasn't working late at the church because he came in seemingly drunk with lipstick on his collar. So there is a lot of dysfunction in the family. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of dysfunction in the family. So Camden decides that he's going to take it on himself, and he's going to go to Atlanta to this producer and bet on himself. And at first, his brother was like, you're going to leave us. And everyone was saying that. Then the girlfriend was upset that he would leave them. Y'all, it does get juicy now. The girlfriend was upset that he was going to leave them. And then he says to the brother, if it were you and you had an opportunity to go be with this big producer, would you leave the group? Because the group was so gifted and they were recording an album and all that. Okay. So they have the sister being, this sounds like Medea's funeral movie. Oh, actually, wait, that wasn't Medea's funeral.
That was same.
The girl. It was
actually
the girl who played in Medea's Family Reunion was in it, and she did amazing. She was the mother. I don't know if I understand that comment exactly, but so anyway, he goes off to Atlanta and takes a bet on his dream. The dad says, if you go to Atlanta, he'll cut him off. So he does. He cuts him off. They don't talk for 5 years. Mm-hmm. They don't talk for 5 years. Never again. Here's the thing. While he writes the song that So Gifted the group, he writes the song that So Gifted sang. The song blows up on the Billboard. It flies up on the charts. Everybody's celebrating it, how the song is blowing up. Keke Wyatt is also a singer in the movie, and she's also the wife of a huge pastor in the movie. And Camden is helping her with her music, but this whole time that he's been helping her, she's been flirting with him. So he goes to call his brother to congratulate him, say, wow, you did a great job. It was amazing, whatever. He calls his brother, and while he's on the phone, Keke walks in the room and she's trying to have sex. So he's like, whoa, no, you're married. You're the pastor's wife. I've got a girlfriend. So she gets all upset and she says, okay. She's not like belligerent or anything. She walks out and then she goes to the interview. And when she goes to the interview, she pretty much insinuates that he's sleeping around. Mm-hmm. That, what else did she say?
She talks about the producer.
Yeah.
About how it's one of those type of things where she's like, I'm not going to say that he's doing it, but you do the math. Like, if all these girls are going into the studio and they're not leaving until the wee hours of the night, but you didn't hear no tracks laid down.
Yes, that's what she said.
You put the pieces together. Like, I won't physically say it, but you do the math and put the pieces together. And so she said the same thing about the producer, as well as Cameron. Like, I'm not saying that he's doing X, Y, and Z, but I haven't heard those new songs on the radio, but I constantly see these females going into the studio. So what do you think he's doing? So she insinuates that, because she in her feelings that
he
he didn't right.
Yeah, and then the producer was like, well, what did you expect? She's been making advances. You ain't sleep with her. Okay, so now let's fast forward. So you got Camden, who is this really good guy. He's a good church-going man. You don't see him doing anything hypocritical in the movie at all, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't do anything questionable in the movie at all. Well, let me ask y'all this. He was kissing in the movie. How do y'all feel about Johnathan McReynolds kissing in the movie? How do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about it? When you were watching the movie, did you have any thoughts concerning it?
I didn't have any thoughts, I guess, because it wasn't a long, drawn out, very seductive kiss that you figured was like going to continue to lead to something else. It was kind of like little pecks and smooches here and there. So it wasn't, I didn't think it was distasteful. I didn't think it was like inappropriate, I guess.
So you're okay with Johnathan kissing in the movie?
For what they did in the movie, yeah. Like, because they didn't,
Y'all tell me in the chat, how do y'all feel about Johnathan kissing in the movie? Do you guys have a thought one way or the other with Johnathan kissing? Do you guys think it's okay as a Christian actor to be kissing in the movie? I'm interested. What do you think? You think people would have issues with it?
Probably. I guess probably. And I guess the reason why I would say people might have issues would be I guess the way that people would see is like if you in real life have a special somebody and are married, dating, whatever, like how would it feel to be somebody's wife, like Johnathan McReynolds' wife, if he has one now, I don't know, and you're watching your husband on TV kissing another female. Now, obviously, it's for a movie and it's acting, but still, it's kind of like, how would you feel if you're watching your spouse play this role on a movie and they locking lips with somebody else? Do you say, okay, I understand it's just for the movie purposes, or do you realize that sometimes in these movies there needs to be, or not necessarily needs to be, but is a connection between some of these actors and actresses in order for them to make it believable? Some of these actors and actresses, they spend so much time together that maybe there's a connection that kind of forms. So when they did lock lips on TV, on the movie, made it look realistic, some people might have a problem with that. Now, if you go too far and you doing too much, I'd be like, okay, that's too much.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think Afro Cal says no tongue. Okay, so she want to know, is there tongue? Hollywood ZX10 says
he's single too. So
kissing makes babies. Yes, he is single.
Okay.
And so I guess, is it okay for Christians to kiss? I guess it's up to you guys to determine that. He did kiss 2 girls? Mm-hmm. He kissed 2 girls. The first girl he kissed was his girlfriend at the time, the one that was pressuring him to, nah, my wife ain't putting her lips on another man. Better get a body double, okay? So, okay, now when he kissed the other girl, doesn't it seem like they might be dating for real?
He did kiss her differently than the first girl.
Yeah.
Not that it was more intimate or longer or anything like that, but he did kiss her differently. So there might be an attraction.
Is lip different from tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. For me, or are you asking him that? Yeah, for me personally, I really don't want either. He a player, can't trust him. What in the world? No, he's not a player. So let me tell you why. The girl that was his girlfriend that was pressuring him to get married, when Kiki put out that he was when she insinuated that he was a player and he's around here letting women in and out, she was upset. But they didn't really believe it, but she was just upset because he didn't make her feel special. She was like, I want to feel like a woman, even if we're not having sex. I want to feel something. I want to know he's into me, and she does all of that. Well, the brother is there, and she is a virgin. And that's what she said. She's like, even though I'm a virgin, he is not. No, right. She says, even though I'm a virgin, I still want to feel like a woman. So that's what she says. Well, the brother says, like they laugh because they all go to the club. Okay, not Jonathan, but the brother and the group. So they all go to the club because they're now in. Are they in Atlanta?
No, they weren't in Atlanta yet. No, not yet.
Okay, so they're not in Atlanta yet, but they're celebrating.
I think they were on
something.
tour because they were doing tours in different places.
Yes, with the dad because he was preaching. So bottom line is they're drinking. The girl, one of the girls breaks out. She has an allergic reaction. She breaks out. So the other guy takes her back to the hotel. She says, y'all stay. Y'all have a good time. Nobody's thinking anything would happen between the brother and the potential fiance, but the girlfriend. Well, that night she lost her virginity. They go back to the hotel. She sleeps with the brother. She loses her virginity to the brother. And then she goes back to the room where her and the sister were. And they sleep and she wakes up, but she realizes she just lost her virginity and she's just like, just shocked and surprised. Well, after that, we find out that she gets pregnant. So she has sex with the brother. Now she's pregnant by the brother. And the dad could care less. Yes! So the dad could care less. And the dad is like, look, you done got this girl pregnant. So he passes him a check. Mm-hmm. When he passed him a check, I thought he was telling him to go have an abortion. What did you think?
That's the assumption that I had thought as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because he basically said, you need to handle this. Like, you can't have her on the group, because she's part of the So Gifted group. So he's like, you can't have her on the group and y'all in church and she sporting this baby bump around here. So this can't be a thing. So you need to handle it. So, and then he goes to try and pass him the check.
And what you have to understand about the dad is when the dad told the son, because the son didn't want to be a pastor. The son does not have a life like a pastor or anything. He didn't even want to be. He was like, I'm not ready. And the dad just poured him a drink. Child support, right? Get rid of her like she got rid of her virginity. What? Child support. So the dad is pouring the son a drink. And like, while he's saying, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. So he like, calm down, have a drink, right? I mean, that's pretty much, that's not what it says, but that's pretty much how it goes. He's not trying to get her to have an abortion. He's like, pay her to be your wife because nobody's going to trust a pastor that's not married. And he said that to him even before he said that to him. Originally, he was like, look, in about a year, you're going to be the pastor of the church. Stop whining. Stop complaining about it. You're going to be the pastor of the church in about a year. And nobody's going to trust a single pastor. So get married. And he tells him which girl to go get married to. Well, this girl that he gets pregnant, I guess they were paying her off, right?
That's what
it's not really clear in the movie why, but basically they give her money. She ends up, now they all go to Atlanta to meet Camden, which is Jonathan. But he doesn't know that his girlfriend and the brother have been together. So he's so excited and she's been pressuring him to get married. And while she's pressuring him to get married, he doesn't want to get married. So what I'll do is I'll save that.
Okay.
I'll save that for you guys. And I'll just say, I was not horribly disappointed with this movie. You know how oftentimes when you watch Christian movies, the first thing, or movies that have a Christian vibe or are centered around being Christian, oftentimes when that happens, you find that a person will, the acting is right. Like, come on. Isn't usually you watch those Christian movies and it's like, man, you should just let this alone. This what y'all gonna do, right? I don't think the acting was bad. What do you think?
No, I don't think so either.
No, I think the acting was all right. I mean, there were a few spots, as an actor, right? It's a review. Tell us Callie don't play. So, I didn't think the acting was bad, and I will tell you, I don't think the acting was bad. I remember back in the day when I used to go watch movies, I used to always go look up Unplugged. Mm-hmm. Or isn't it Unplugged? The family? So. Yeah. And to tell us, I think it was about 3 curse words?
Right.
Maybe 3 curse words. And it wasn't like belligerent. Mm-hmm. Maybe 3 curse words. I know one was when she was like, I want to feel like a woman.
Right. And then the other one was when he was talking to the brother on the phone, and he said he was recording with Ivy, and then he said something on the phone then when when he was talking on the phone, when he called his brother
Mhm.
before Ivy came into the room.
Yes, the brother curse.
Yes.
Okay, and then the other one was when, a lot of people don't consider the H word a curse word.
Oh, that's what I was considering.
Oh, okay, well then, yes. So then it happened 3 times because he says, what the H did you just say? And that's what Jonathan said that when they were fighting.
But then the brother also said, oh, she's fine as H.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did he marry that Harley and she pretended it was his baby? No, he didn't. So basically, they get there and he's getting ready to. He's so excited. He realizes, you know what? I've been delaying being with you. I choose you. They get to the table and he is trying to ask her, but she can tell where he's going. And she says, stop. I don't want to do this. And she breaks up with him and she leaves. He's so disappointed and he pulls out a ring that was in his pocket, letting us know he was getting ready to ask her to marry him. They get back to the house and he's all down and disappointed. His brother's like, what's wrong, man? What's going on? And he was like, he kind of pulls out, he says that she broke up with me. Mm-hmm. And the brother was like, oh man, no. So then the other friend, right? So then good, he dodged that bullet. Right. Yeah. So then the other friend, the other girl that was in the group was like his best friend. I mean, not best friend, but close friend. They grew up in church together. And she knows. So when she comes over, she was like, what's wrong, guys? And the brother was like, Don broke up with him. And she was like looking at him like, you think? Right? So then he walks away. Wait, what? No, he's not right. His side eye is talking about.
I mean, I guess because he probably thinks like, nah, if you knew he was dating your brother and y'all around here at this little club or whatever on tour, kind of like what you were saying before, in one of your lives, there's a whole bunch of steps that you go through before you just lay down with somebody. Yeah. So if you are in the atmosphere and she's sitting here pouring her heart out and explaining all this stuff to you about the relationship, which that's a whole different story. I don't think she should have been doing that anyway. But
to his brother?
Yeah. No, not about your relationship.
I'm just saying, okay, I get you. But I'm just saying, I feel like somebody might feel like it's safe. Like you're talking to somebody's family.
But I feel like if it was Jonathan talking to his brother about maybe some of the hardship, it may have been different because
they're not close.
Well, and it's a man talking to another man about it. But you have a female opening up and saying all these insecurities in this relationship with your brother, and it's just kind of like you're kind of opening the door for something. Now it might not be what it was in the movie, but number one, if you have these issues, you need to talk to your man first about it versus talking to other people and their friends or family. But in that scenario, it would be to me it would make more sense if I have an issue with a relationship to talk to you about it versus somebody else that's of the opposite sex. No, that's just me.
No, that's true. And as my brother would say, he did what a grimy dude would do because he was like, you're beautiful. You're this, you're that. He got up under him. He did all of that stuff. So, and then by the time, he was walking her back to her room in the hotel, he was definitely, she tried to kiss him and he was like, no, I don't think we should. And like 1 second later, he kissed her. And then they were outside of the room. He kissed her, took her inside the room, later down. Like they had so many steps they weren't trying to hear. Bottom line, the other girl ends up saying, she goes to Camden. She's like, you don't deserve that, right? She's like, you don't deserve that. You deserve someone's better. But she's not telling him what happened. The Dawn, which is the now ex-girlfriend of Camden, leaves the house, leaves the mansion, and she's just like, I can't do this. So the brother comes out. He's like, you're making a scene. Why are you leaving? And she was like, I'm not going to stay here. And then she says, this is your fault. So then the brother's like, I didn't make you sleep with me. You chose to sleep with me. And then you broke up with, I don't remember. He said something. What made him? I know he said, you chose to sleep with me and something else. What was the other thing?
I forget.
He's basically like, no, ain't nobody take nothing from you, right? You made me sleep
or
with
something
you.
like that, and you you wanted to be my wife or something because they got engaged.
Yes. He's like, you wanted to be my wife. So they were doing all of this while still showing up in Atlanta with the brother and boyfriend at this time. Like nothing happened. So then Camden walks out and he hears the conversation. And that's when Camden was like, what the H you just say? Mm-hmm. And then he tackles him. That was pretty much it. They don't let us see the fight. You know, they didn't do any fight routine. But he does tackle him, throw him on the ground. They separate him. And then that's when the girl again, she says, he walks in there, you don't deserve that. And just like he should have been, he ended up with the girl he grew up with. And now that's the girl I say they might be dating for real. And I actually follow the girl on TikTok. Didn't I say that? I was like, hey, that's that girl I follow on TikTok. I actually follow her on TikTok. I think she's absolutely beautiful. Right? She's really cute. And I like her style. And I have seen her on his live once or twice. Mm-hmm. So maybe my information is also causing me to put them together a little bit. But they did kiss differently than him and the first girl. Right? When she walked in, she was like, hey, babe. He's like, you forgetting something? He never treated the other girl like that. The first kiss he gave to the other girl, so who won? They didn't let us see the fight. They didn't let us see. It wasn't organized. It wasn't orchestrated for anything. So we didn't really get to see the fight. But they did, they fought. They got married. Then he got engaged. Now, my only issue, and I don't know about y'all, but it looked like he gave her the same ring. Now, I asked Bentley if she cared about, how do y'all feel about that? Listen, how do y'all feel about that? If a man is getting ready to ask a woman, or a man is preparing to ask another woman to marry him, and then for whatever reason, it doesn't work out, and then he asks you with the same ring. Like, when you found out that was the same ring, would you have beef? Would you care? Would you care?
Honestly, for me, it wouldn't be that big of a deal for me. Because I'm more interested in you and your heart and that you want me versus what you're going to put on my finger. Now, that's just me, because you have a lot of women that's like,
she's trying to make me look bad.
I didn't say any names.
She's trying to make me look bad.
A lot of women that's like, no, you got that for this girl. I'm not her, so you need to give me something for me. For me. But
thank you, Afro Cal. Yes, I will care. But I think that's the more mature way to feel. I think that's how we're supposed to feel. But I don't know. Like, go pick out something for me. I think for me, if I found out that he gave that ring to another girl, I would be like, no, the same way you went and picked the perfect ring for her finger. Take that time for me. Don't just give me some ring. I want you to take the time. So to me, didn't it look like it was the same ring? Because he said, I want you to wear this.
Yeah.
Look like the same ring.
I have to go back and watch it.
She should not care because save money. Yeah. But he could take the ring back and get a different ring for the same money. Well, y'all both had the same man, so maybe that's why he figured y'all can share the same ring. What is going on with these people? What is it really going on? At the end of the day, that I felt like Johnathan did good acting.
Yeah.
The brother, he better take that ring. I'm with you, sis. The brother, the way that the father died was the brother ended up getting in an accident. The father and the brother were driving together and they were preparing and he was getting ready. So I will say this. So this is toward the end of the movie. This will be the first time that Camden and his father have seen each other after 5 years. Because when he told him, leave and I don't ever want to see you again, I'll cut you off, he meant that. He still talked to his mom, but he didn't talk to his dad. And his mom, they were getting ready to have the pastor's anniversary. And it was a really big one. And so the good girlfriend, right, the one that should have been there all along. And can I say what I want to say? Can I say what I want to say? The original girlfriend, I know y'all gonna roast me for this, but the original girlfriend was very light skinned. And the girlfriend he ended up with was very dark skinned. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna even say no more about it. I'm just saying. So, did they at least get saved before they died? Didn't I say something about that when they were speaking at the funeral? I was like, these people might need to, I said, with them being dysfunctional when they were saying all the good stuff about their daddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, little slanted. So, they ended up, so what happened was he gets into an accident. They are preparing for everyone to see each other for the first time in 5 years for the dad. And the brothers hadn't been talking either, and they hadn't seen each other. So they were getting ready to everyone to see each other after 5 years. And while they were driving in the car, it was rainy weather. The brother, for some reason, lost control of the car. He got his leg was severed, but they were able to put it back together, right? They were able to reattach it.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. And he came out of surgery all right, but the dad died. So I will say that was a good moment. We hold on to things and we're trying to make things right and do things better. And then this could be your last opportunity. You don't know, because he's planned with the girlfriend because she convinced him. She was like, we're going to go see your dad. You need to let this go. You need to forgive and move on. And so then they are headed. They're planning to get there. And instead they make a trip there, but it's a trip to the hospital instead of a trip to, the church where they can come together. So nobody got saved in the whole movie. Just to let you know, to your question, nobody got saved. Camden does end up speaking at the funeral, even though he didn't want to, because the mom gave him a letter that the dad wrote after he had a heart attack earlier, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a heart attack earlier, and the dad basically wrote a letter about how he mistreated him, how he loved him, how he's proud of him, and he didn't say it enough. I thought it was touching.
It was.
Yeah, I thought it was a touching letter, because sometimes that's all people need is you to just acknowledge. And so he did. He was like, I'm sorry and all of that. So he still ends up going to the funeral, but he doesn't speak. And then at the end, he gets up and he speaks and he says, my dad would have wanted his legacy to continue. My dad would have wanted somebody to get saved. My dad this, my dad that. So all in all, I think it was a good movie. No, I don't think the suspense was not on 10 or 3 for that matter, but there were some really good moments, I thought. Yeah, I thought there were really good moments, and it was a pretty good movie. So I said I'm gonna go ahead and watch. This was actually Afro Cal's vision. She helped me out on this, which was watching like Envy by TD Jakes. I don't know if you guys heard about that. And then I'm gonna also watch Lust by TD Jakes. So I don't know if you guys, what you guys think. I was thinking, I feel like as a Christian, yeah, exactly. Yep. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give a review on that. So I think that personally, the movie was in good taste. I thought for a BET Plus movie, I thought they did a great job with not offending Christians, because even though people like to act like everybody's cussing and everybody's corrupted and everybody's not. So I thought the movie did a really good job with not offending the Christian community while still communicating real life stories. I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, definitely.
I wasn't offended in the movie. I thought it was real. I thought it was relatable. I thought it was honest. I mean, their family was corrupt, but you can't get mad at the family being corrupt. I mean, sometimes there are corrupt families, but it was nice that Johnathan did not take that moment to be, to use mm-hmm. acting as an excuse to just, I'm really trying to communicate the story, so let me curse like a sailor. Mm-hmm. So I thought they did a great job. They didn't offend me, and I feel like I'm probably a conservative Christian. If there's a such thing, I don't really believe there's a such thing, but since people like to say that, we need a Christian movie where the pastor is actually saved for real. I cannot agree with you more. Afro Cal, absolutely. We absolutely need a Christian movie where the pastors are saved for real. I don't know if we ever had that. I can't think of one, because normally they always make sure the pastor cuss somebody out, smoking, drinking, stealing from the church or something. They always make sure of it. Right. And there was no exception to this one. But there was somebody, and the mom was good. Yeah. The mom actually encouraged the sons to do the right thing, even though she knew her husband was saying something else. And she didn't do it in secret. She said it open, like when he was telling him, when he tried to pay off the girl, she was like, she grabbed his hand with the check and you do the right thing. Mm-hmm. So when he told Camden that I'll cut you off, she said, "You gonna leave like that?" And she brought him in the room, and they were talking. She said, "I've always been for you. I'm gonna stay with you." Right, girl. You about to make me go on a tangent. You yes, one Afro cow. Right. I can't agree with you more. And yes, I'm with you. So she but she said, she said, "I can't let you leave like this." And he was like, "How am I supposed to leave, Mom?" And you would think that she was gonna tell him to go make it right with your dad or whatever. And she simply pulls his head up and she said, "With your head held high, knowing who you are." So it was just, I thought it was a really sweet movie, you know. He could have stayed where his dad was, or he could have left and pursued what he believed was an opportunity for him to fulfill his call in a great way. And so he chose to leave. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything?
No, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I would even say, even knowing the plot and everything of the story, I would still encourage you to go watch it, see everything for yourself. I thought all of the actors did a good job. You know, all the actors and actresses that are singers and everything, I thought they really did a good job as well. And like Rebecca said, even with it being on BET, they still kept it tasteful as far as not showing anything inappropriate, as far as anything, you know, that you shouldn't be seeing or that wouldn't be appropriate for younger eyes or even older eyes. Come on. But so I thought they did a really good job, and I would still encourage people to still go see it. Yeah, you know, and go watch it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because they need to know we want clean movies. What does that mean, Christopher Williams? I don't understand that. Sinners wanted. What does that mean? Explain that. And I think, because I think they should know that you can make a good movie without offending us, and it can still be good. I thought the movie was good. I thought it was good. Yeah. Like she says, "Is that a movie?" Oh yeah, I don't know. We're asking you, Christopher Williams, explain that. Sinners wanted. I don't know what that means. Yeah, so again, I thought the movie was good. You guys should definitely go support the movie, if for no other reason that a gospel artist is in the movie. And he's in the movie and he doesn't offend us. Like, come on. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, I haven't seen that. We'll have to look it up. Should I review that movie? Yeah, I haven't seen that. I have to look that up and see what it's all about. So I'm like this. I figured for Storytime Saturday that we could do something a little different. It's still a story. We're still telling you about it. So y'all go support the movie. I can say that as a Christian, you're not going to be offended. Oh, and the pastor was saved. Oh, okay. So one Afro Cal, you hear that? So we'll have to go check out Sinners Wanted, and we'll get back to you, Christopher Williams, on whether that pastor was actually saved. And so, yeah, I'm going to definitely look that up. And yeah, the movie was great. I thought Johnathan did a great job. You know, y'all should support him. Go show him some love, because he was right here changing his name to, yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, okay. What's the pastor say? One Afro Cal? Yeah, so he did it. Johnathan did great. All of the actors did a great job. The mom is just a great actress. I don't know her name, but she's so underrated. She's great to me in everything I've seen her play in. She's always so good. And they kids, but they didn't do too much. And I feel like if you're gonna act as a Christian, we need movies to be real. Right? If you're going to tell a story, you need to go on and tell a story. So I thought they did a great job with telling the story, being realistic, and not offending us. So I thought it was great. Anything?
No, I mean, I agree. Everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Go see the movie. Go watch the movie. And you know, I don't know if you've already gotten a BET Plus membership, but if you haven't, there's always a trial. Just throwing that out. Just always trying to keep my people up on game. I'm just saying that to you like that, right? There's always a trial. Trying to keep you up on game. So anyway, we're gonna do Envy. Well, I'm gonna do Envy unless I dragged her along with me, you guys, and she let me drag her. So can y'all send out some claps or something for her joining me today? I'm so grateful that she did join. And I don't know who will be my next victim that'll do some reviews with me, but we'll make sure that I get another victim out of this. Bet not tell it with my wife. Listen, Hollywood ZX10. And he was saved. Yes, we got you, Christopher Williams. Christopher Williams said, listen, so you know. I saw it. He was saved. Yes. So at the end of the day, I think they did a great job. I thought the movie was good. You guys, make sure you guys go see the movie. Support the movie, even for no other reason than we got a gospel artist in the movie, and he did not compromise. He did a great job. So shout out to Johnathan McReynolds for making us proud out here in these streets, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to him for not, you know, in my opinion, I thought he did. I just thought he did great.
Absolutely.
I thought he did great. You know, Kiki Wyatt sings a little bit, and that's just the girl can just sing. Okay, she can just sing. It's just kind of like what happens. Thank you, Afro Cow, for those hand claps. Well, I love you guys, and you know it's only right. I don't usually get to do this live. Oh, I don't usually get to do this live. So I'll make sure I send y'all out. Send y'all off right. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. And we're going to dance on the way out. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a citizen. If you have not subscribe, share the video, and have your friends subscribe too. Love you guys, and bye.